Hello, British COVIDians. It's been about a week since I did a video, so here's another one. Remember, stand up for the people of Palestine, okay? Stand up for them. Labour Party-wise, if you have been expelled for supporting the people of Palestine, well, that's what you'd probably expect, because anything said against Israel in the Labour Party now is obviously anti-Semitic. So I'll just begin today's video with a little bit of Charles Dickens, although I can't quote it exactly. I am listening to the tale of Pip's search for his fortune and becoming a gentleman in the famous Dickens Great Expectations. There's a number of different readings of it on Spotify. I really would encourage you to look for them and listen to them. In Great Expectations, the last chapter I have just heard, Pip goes to London. He leaves the marshes and his friends and Joe Gargery, who's a wonderful character, a man who works his life at a forge, a man of strong muscle and dusky complexion. And it is through this inheritance that Pip is able to go to London to become, quote, a gentleman and to seek his fortune. A boy with great expectations indeed. He waits for this lawyer called Jaggers as when he enters London. Jaggers has an office that is near to Newgate Jail. I love the old spelling of jail, by the way. And Pip awaits him in this tiny little room with a single skylight that Jaggers is using for his personal office. In fact, now that Pip is decked out in his fine gentleman's clothes, the clerk to Jaggers just quickly shoos out of this office another member of staff who had been sitting there, I think, smoking. Well, Pip gets impatient waiting. He goes to the streets to take some air. And this is kind of bringing me to my point about the Labour Party and anti-Semitism. While waiting for Jaggers, he tours Little Britain. Yes, people, that's where they must have got the name. They might have got it elsewhere. But he tours Little Britain. It is squalid. It is sordid. There is straw on the streets. There is a foul stench. People are wandering around without shoes, in ragged clothes. He sees abject poverty. Various clients, 2 women in particular, are waiting on Mr. Jaggers, who is meant to be dealing with their case. One of these women howls out, "But what about my bill?" Yeah, obviously Jaggers is possibly trying to get him found not guilty. But in all of this, and I come back to that scene in the book again, Pip sees a red-eyed Jew. Yeah, and this red-eyed Jew comes up to Jaggers and starts kissing his frock coat. It makes me wonder if anyone, or perhaps even Mr. Pease Fogg, Mr. Rees Mogg, would expect somebody in London, whatever race, creed or colour, to kiss their tail coat. Again, a society, even in Dickens' times, of massive wealth power and privilege for a tiny few, and absolute poverty and degradation and starvation and punishment, if you like, for the many. Yep. I'm going to leave Dickens for a while now, and I'm going to go on to what the main point of this one is, right? As Doris is getting ready for no deal Brexit, as we are waiting for those medication shortages, and they will be happening. In fact, I'll be quite straight with you. One of the drugs I take for Crohn's disease, and I have these tablets every day, is already no longer available in the UK due to Brexit delays, customs problems. So I've had to take a generic. Wait till those truck horns sound on the stroke of 2021 in lorry parks up and down the UK, and they'll be going, wait for the food shortages to kick in, because I promise you they're coming. Yeah, wait for the medication shortages to kick in. I promise they're coming. And combine that with what Brexit is doing to people's lives, is doing to this country. 2021, you thought 2020 was bad. Under the Tories, 2021 is going to get worse. But one of the things they're doing now, the racist little people that they are, the bigots and the white racists and the white supremacists and the elitists that they are, one of the things they're going to love now is that they're probably going to be able to stop asylum seekers mid-channel and send them back, because they won't have any more of these European conventions and regulations and whatever that they need to adhere to on refugees. Yeah, because dear old Britain will be able to stop them and send them back, even though they're fleeing wars we've created, economic deprivation we've created, hardship, famine and stuff like that. No, as far as the Tories are concerned, they're just coming over here because our regulations are lax and they're just seeking a good life. Yep. Now this brings me to the main, and I really do mean the main point of this video. Yep. As I've said before, Priti Patel, pretty evil, pretty nasty Patel, has already been, quote, detaining these human beings in old, disused army camps. We now hear that up to 60,000 of them will be housed, waiting to be, quote, processed in these crumbling old buildings, surrounded by fences, with no water, no medical services, no electricity, no gas. Yeah, that's what they're going to do. They're going to house these people, human beings, like that. That is despicable. Yeah, it's absolutely despicable. I speak for other human beings who have rights, who have dignity, who are, by virtue of being human, entitled to be treated with dignity and respect and to be looked after. Not for the white racists like Priti Patel. The culture of hate, the hostile environment has never gone away. It's going to heat up. It's going to become even more hostile after Brexit. This government is disgusting. They deny not just other people basic human rights, yeah? They'll start denying them to us, yeah? And don't forget, people, all of those of you who may now still be sick and disabled and poor and old, the money is not coming from a tax on the super rich. No, to pay for COVID. It's coming from you and me and cutting what little we have. Please, fight back. Fight back. If you're in Labour, fight back anyway. Because we want these decent things for ordinary people, for everybody. And we want not just to be governed by rich elitists who put profit before human life. That's what they do. Greed and profit before human life. If I don't get back again before Christmas, have a blessed Christmas, whatever you're celebrating.